some people like Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, the Collinson brothers, Richard Branson, and many more start building their businesses in their 20s and scale them to incredible heights even before they have touched 30. And then there are others. People who have had a business idea for the last 2 years, who bookmark articles, read books, and watch YouTube videos just like this one and still haven't started. Fraser Doherty calls them wantrepreneurs. People who want to start a business but never actually do. Now ask yourself, how many days, weeks, and months have you spent thinking about starting a business? And when do you think you'll finally be ready? Fraser Doherty is a serial entrepreneur who started his first business at the age of 14 from his grandmother's kitchen. And by the time he was in his 20s, he had already become a millionaire. He went on to build multiple businesses, and the reason why he matters to this video is because he kept running into entrepreneurs. People who wanted to work on the business ideas but never actually started working on any business idea. So he set himself a challenge and then wrote a book about it. Could he start a brand new business from scratch in just 48 hours? From idea generation to the first paying customer within one weekend. He did it, and his book 48 Hour Startup is a step-by-step roadmap for anybody else who wants to do it. In this video, I'll give you a gist of all those steps. Before we start with the first step of ideation, I want to get rid of one question. Should you be starting a business? Is business the right thing for you to do? If you want to build a business, then you can build a business. Because business does not require any degree, and people from different walks of life in different parts of the world are doing business each and every day. Do you really think that people who sell food or other products on the roadside watched multiple YouTube videos to decide whether or not to start their business? If they could do it without much education, I'm sure you can do it as well. The first step is ideation. I'm going to spend more time on this section in particular because I think you're stuck here currently. Here's my modified version of what's given in the book about how you can generate a business idea for yourself. First, write down whatever you like. If you like what you do, then you're going to enjoy going to work every day. Or at least you'll be happier than most other people. Second, write down your strengths because you might not be great at everything that you like. I like technology, I like tech, but I'm not a coder. Then try to map out all the problems that you see or face yourself in these areas where your strengths and interests coincide. It can include products or services already trying to provide a solution, but not in a good enough manner. Now map the problems with possible solutions. Providing solutions to the problems is how you'll provide value to your customers and clients. Then cross-reference those solutions to different business models. You need to have an idea of how you will generate revenue from your solutions. Now rate all the combination of interests, strengths, problems, solutions, and business models that you've written down based on different parameters like time involved, cost involved, whether funding is required or not, whether you and your friends have technical capabilities to get started, the competition involved, the existing solutions in the market, the total addressable market for revenue possibilities, and any other criteria that you may think will affect your decision. Now finally, grade your ideas for their probability of success and then begin with the one that has the highest probability. Remember that your idea does not have to be original. You can copy first and differentiate later. Dunzo was the first company in India to introduce dark store model for quick commerce, and today it has shut down. Being first doesn't matter, execution does. And that's the biggest entrepreneur mistake. Waiting for the perfect idea instead of starting with an okay one. If you start with a particular idea and along the line you realize that okay, this is not going to work, then it's fine. But at least pick one idea and start doing something. There's also a great video by Y Combinator on how to select ideas for business. You can and you should definitely refer to that video as well. Now the second step is implementation. You have to start by building the MVP or minimum viable product. It is that version of your product or service which has the bare bones minimum features which your customer might want, and which can be developed within days or weeks, not months. It can be as simple as a WhatsApp group like Zepto, or a simple form like Zomato. Even DoorDash MVP was built in just 6 hours. The important thing here is that you need to validate your idea as quickly as possible and as cheaply as possible. Now, test your MVP with real users and get feedback fast. The sooner you get feedback from your customers, the faster you can improve your product. Next thing to do before launching is designing your packaging. And packaging includes everything that the customer sees: your logo, your website, the packaging of your product, your emails. Each and everything that the customer sees is a part of packaging. Packaging is the silent salesman of your products. So make sure that it is good, especially if you're trying to sell something for a premium. And finally, set your pricing. This is a crucial step that can make or break any product or a company, and this requires a separate video for itself. Fraser Doherty's unique take on this was either be the cheapest or be the most expensive and best in quality. Middle is the death zone. Again, you'll see multiple videos by Y Combinator on this topic of implementation, and I recommend you to watch each and every one of those videos. We will also be creating separate videos for MVP pricing and so on later on this channel. Now, once you have implemented the basics, you have to start selling, and you have to start doing that ASAP. One very important part of selling is distribution. Again, this is a topic which requires a lot of depth, but for now I can tell you, you can use Google to try and search for distributors in your product or service, or you can go through the route of talking to your customers and going backwards, understanding how they procure your competitors' products and services, and going backwards to find out the distributors. You can also start selling online, and websites like WordPress, Wix, and Shopify make it extremely easy for any beginner to open their own e-commerce shop and their own website. And you can start selling one-to-one. Go out in the market and get in front of real customers and try to sell them one-on-one. And your customers' reactions and answers will teach you a lot about what you need to do. And the fourth and final step is a continuous step of improve and grow. Keep testing your product and sales ideas, and scale what's working and discard what doesn't. Now you can spend many more months trying to think about the right time and the right way to start your business, or you can start building today. It will be bad, it will be imperfect, but at least there will be a beginning. And one important point, YouTube videos are just the tip of the iceberg. If you want to get in-depth knowledge about any topic, you need to start reading books or listening to audiobooks. Two books that I can recommend you for this topic are 48 Hour Startup by Fraser Doherty and Build Don't Talk by Raj Shamani. Two different books, but they have the same core concept. Stop planning, start doing.